Okay, so apparently I can't flip the camera back and forth between front and back. Anyway, um, I figured since I had a little bit of time, I would give y'all a truck tour. Um, it's been a couple years since and I think it was on my old TikTok. So it doesn't even, I mean, it exists because everything on the internet exists. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. I've made a lot of changes, did a lot of upgrades, and I have a cat now that I spoil. And yeah, you'll see. So let's start. We will start just in general. There's not a lot, so I'll just start. All right, so this is the inside of the truck. And right now that's my gym bag because I'm going to go work out. But like back here is where I keep my pillows, where I store my fan, and miscellaneous things. This is what I do dishes with, a little notebook to write with. My laundry is way back there. There's not any laundry to speak of, because I just did it. And then this is my fridge. My magnets. It's just a regular 2.7 cubic foot mini fridge. I did have and it's full, as you can see. I did have a 12-volt fridge, and this is just my cushion that I sit on. I had a 12-volt fridge for a while when I first started living in the truck, but it was kind of a piece of shit. Like it didn't hold temperature. It was always fucking up, and I was throwing away a lot of food. And I went with a cheap model, so like that was the issue. But this works so much better. It doesn't, and that was the other thing. The 12-volt fridge used so much energy. Like, it used a lot of energy. And at the time, I didn't have solar, or I did have solar. I don't remember, but it was using too much energy. Okay, and then back here, I have all of my dishes. Not my pots and all of my pots and pans, but like plates and utensils. My immersion blender, cheese grater. All my coffee stuff is in here, and all my cups. And then down here I have, these are the lids to my bowls. Got bowls, my popcorn pan, my nonstick pan, measuring cups. And back here I have 2 3-gallon jugs of water. And then I have food stuff, my creatine, vinegar. Over here I have all of my food stuff. I got this box and this box at antique stores. They are aftermarket. This whole shelf here is plywood. A friend of mine built it for me. And then I keep my little folding table and my cutting board propped up there, and these are my rags for doing dishes. This one is for oiling my cast iron. I normally don't keep my stove out, but I'm going to be cooking dinner, or breakfast. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to have time to make breakfast, so I will put that away. Actually, okay, so the stove sits right there behind the driver's seat, and the propane sits underneath the platform. I'll show you that in a minute. And then down here, I just have more storage for food and other miscellaneous things. My no morbidity, actually, nope, that's my Ember. My no morbidity is up there, right there. And I'll have another video on how that's going pretty soon because I'm done with month 3. And then my cast iron is down here, Fergus's food, my coffee grinder, and there's some cocoa powder down there. So, and then that is all my toiletries, my vitamin, or my fish oil, essential oils, my hydrocortisone. So, and I keep it fastened like this so it doesn't fly, this doesn't fly open while I'm driving. And of course, carbon monoxide detector, and my rope light. I need a new rope light because like there's a section that doesn't light up anymore. And as you can see, I have covered everything with duct tape. It was just, I didn't want to screw into the vehicle and any more than I had to and cause leaks, because as you can see, this right here, this is where one of the screws from the solar panel, it kept leaking, and like I covered it with silicone and caulk and everything else, and it just would not stop leaking. So there's some patchwork underneath that duct tape, and then I just covered it up, and it looks like I'm gonna have to do another repair. This is insulation under here and then duct taped over. So always upgrades. I just redid this whole thing, this whole wall. I just re-insulated it, and yeah, and I need to do a little, I give you a look over here. You can see that's exposed. I need to cover that again. But anyway, moving on. So coming to the front, this is my futon, and at night I just unroll it. I keep it folded in half lengthwise, and it's like the width of a cot, but it goes from the fridge all the way up here, so it's pretty long, and I'm only 5'3", so it works pretty well. My clothes are in this bag. I used to have my clothes in a tote underneath here, in the back, but yeah, you'll see. I needed more space for my cat, and then my bath towels are right there, because obviously I use those a lot, so I wanted access to them. The batteries for the solar are down here. My coffee maker, I don't use the coffee maker in the truck because I don't have enough power, but when I'm pet sitting, if my client doesn't have a coffee pot, I have one that I can bring in, and I also have a little tiny crock pot, and my hammock and my TRX suspension training that I use when I'm traveling. And then Fergus's cat box. So when I first got Fergus, I just had a small little Tupperware thing, like a tote thing for him, because he was just a little itty bitty kitten. But now, as you can see, he is not itty bitty anymore. So he needed a bigger tote, and I have storage, and I had this beverage container, or whatever you want to call it, and it works perfect for his cat box. It's great. And I use ground up corn husks for his litter. And then on the other side, in the back, and these are all my wires for my solar, is Fergus's bed. That is the tote that my clothes used to be in, but he was constantly, every time the clothes would get like far enough down that he could fit in it, he would be inside it. So I had that bag in storage, and my clothes fit in there just fine. So that is what we did. And then down here is just more storage, my camping, my camp chair, propane. This is socks and flannel jackets and stuff in there. And then we go up here. This is my solar panel. It's just a 100-watt solar panel. Let's say hi to Fergus, and we'll walk around to the other side of the truck. And this is just the back view. I've got my hydration pack and Fergus's collapsible bowl. And then there's just under storage down here. Jumper cables. That's some more insulation that I need to install if I can find a place to stick it. Because insulating really helps. And then his lead and the stake that goes with it gets stored underneath here. And then that's just another water bottle. And then over here I've got my little signs that make me happy. And this is where I store my gym shoes, and then my toolbox and my drill, and extra wash rags for doing dishes, and my jump pack. And the driver's seat is just normal. That's it. And Fergus's food sits right here. That is it. So I hope you enjoyed that quick little tour. I'll just wrap it up real quick. I'm going to try not to ramble. I know I do that a lot. But if you liked it, give it a thumbs up and let me know if you have any questions. It's, yeah, I like to share. Anyway.